Welcome, ladies. If you're watching the replay, we were just sharing a little bit before we hopped on our weeks. Natalie, would you like to share how you've been feeling, what you've been going through? Or Amy?
Sure.
Sorry,
I
Amy.
mean,
I was looking at Amy and said Natalie.
no, say Amy. Amy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
I've
did I
already
say
shared.
Amy? Okay, Amy, you go. That was so weird.
Um, I feel like Natalie, it's been a shit start to the year.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I just kind of feel like I'm getting back to normal now after going home. Um, and that was intense. It was a lot emotionally and physically having to do such a quick rush home.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
Natalie says I didn't know you were away. So yeah,
Yeah, I got a call that it was basically time for my grandmother. Like she got pneumonia, she was really sick. So it was either like, make the call and go home and spend some time with her or go home for a funeral. And I would have like I really wanted to spend some time with her. So I went home. And part of it was really great in terms of like we were doing 24/7 care for her. So like I got to spend a lot of time with her, and like I did some nights and just got to sit there and hold her hand and be with her, which was beautiful. Um, and then about the second week I was at home, she decided to make a recovery. Yeah, and like she's doing better in terms of she's not dead.
yeah.
Um, but it was a lot. It was just a lot to organize, get there emotionally.
Yeah.
Um, so
With your own family too, here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Jordan came with me, Martin stayed behind. Um, just like it was just so quick, and with winter in the house and the dog and everything, like it was just too much for all of us to go. So it was just me, and yeah, it was crazy, and it was awful, and it was good, and all the emotions.
Um, it's so sad, but I'm also like, it's so wonderful that Jordan felt she could go on
Yeah,
a plane and then
yeah,
be
yeah,
safe there for
yeah.
2 weeks,
She did
with
pretty
her
good.
health. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she did really good, and now obviously she wasn't able to spend as much time at the hospital as I did.
Yeah.
As I said, because I was doing like some night shifts and stuff, but she did spend some good time with her, so that was nice. And yeah, she's good again for who knows how long.
How old
You
is
know,
she?
she's 91.
Okay.
Um, but like she's been in a home now like for almost 2 years. She's up and down constantly. This round was pneumonia, so that really took it out of her again. Like she already has COPD,
Mm.
she's has dementia. Luckily, she still remembers who we are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
But
um,
it's
but
dementia, not
it's a
always.
lot, and
Yeah.
like she's like my favorite person ever. So
I
yeah.
feel like every time you go home, like there's another layer of healing that you bring to your family, you know? Like every
Yeah.
time you go home, I don't know. I know you might not feel this, but I feel like you're just more whole. And
Yeah, I did find it very tough coming back this time.
yeah,
Um, just because like obviously it's really hard for me to leave her. Like even though like she's better, you know, I would prefer to be there permanently so I can spend all the time I want to with her. So that was pretty tough coming back.
yeah. Like it's almost like you've healed yourself so much in Canada that you're whole enough that you can go home, you know?
Exactly.
Like you
Yeah.
can hold yourself at home. So you're ready to go home. Like you've
Yes.
healed
Yeah.
yourself and now you can almost like bring that healing home to your family,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And that's why
Yeah.
you keep getting like called back there all the time.
Yeah. Now if the universe would just support me financially, that would be
Yeah.
wonderful to do that.
I was like, I have my bowl
Because all the
ready.
other stuff is
Where's
lining
my
up.
money?
I need the financial abundance to go with it.
Meanwhile, everything costs so much. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had 2 bags of groceries. I think it was like $200. I was like,
Oh,
what?
insane. Yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna be $40. Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad you're home, honey. I'm so glad that your grandma is still in her body and
Keeping around.
there's still more for her to share, I guess,
Yeah.
with her family. There's more for them to learn from her. So that's really beautiful. And I can feel your, like, I just, see you back in Ireland and however, I don't want you to go. Like, I just want you to be so happy too, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Nellie? Did you want to share anything publicly on the replay?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, good. Okay. Um, for me, Gemma is sick again. She has a reoccurring throat infection that seems to be strep, but not quite strep. Um, but it just kind of keeps coming up. And it happened again today. And she's also struggling at school. She's quite lonely. And she has like mean girl friends. She doesn't have any real good friends. And she has some teachers that are just treating her really badly. The whole situation is just really shitty. And we were talking about it last night, and she was saying, Mom, I think it was the wrong time for us to move. Like, like, you know, you should have moved me earlier. Like this, going into grade 7 was hard for me. And I was like, I think you're right, Um, so I knew that, I knew that when we moved here, it was risky for her. Like as a 12-year-old, it's just such a hard time to make new friends and come into a, small kind of community and try and fit in. So yeah, just going through that. Um, and just finding my kids, yeah, they're not really going to school regularly, which is not a big deal to me. I've never really believed that much in the school system. But at the same time, it is hard for me because there's not a lot of routine or regulation. And I'm just kind of, really just really in my mom role right now. And I definitely need something that I can count on as my time for me. That being said, I'm kind of also clinging to being their mom because I was telling a therapist yesterday that she said, "Well, what helps you, stay away from suicidal thoughts and behaviors and things like that?" And I said, "Well, taking care of my kids really helps me, like having to drive them places, having to pick them up, having to make their lunches, like just regular mom duties really helps me stay like here." So sometimes I find I avoid my issues by being a mom, which is kind of, yeah. Anyways, other news is I signed up with I don't even know what they're called. It's like they specialize in mental health and menopause. So they have 2 Ontario board certified psychiatrists. One of them is I can't remember what she's like the head of gynecology at Sunnybrook in Toronto or something. And so she's on this committee of people, and they have a company called Bria, and they have a whole bunch of therapists and social workers, and the whole thing is geared towards hormonal mental health. So they also help women who have postpartum depression, people with any kind of mental health around your cycle. So I had to pay $129 for a mini assessment to find out if I should get the big assessment. The big assessment is $600. And then I know, I'm like, what? It's an hour, and you're asking me about my mental health. Anyways, but then I have 6 1-hour sessions with a psychiatrist that is covered by OHIP or covered by insurance. So basically, I'm just kind of paying up front for the psychiatry, I guess, is what's happening. But I'm really excited because uh, it's the first place that I feel like knows what, like, how to talk to me, you know, like that I feel that I'm going through mental distress, like somehow intertwined with my hormones. So I'm hoping that they really know how to help me and what to do. So that's have the big assessment on Friday, and then I have my first appointment with the psychiatrist on Monday. So the other thing is they're so quick, like my psychiatrist at my medical clinic doesn't see people for 6 months. Yeah. So, anyways, that's great. Other thing is, I don't know if I told you this last week or it's new. I put a $300 deposit on a Havapoo puppy that may or may not look like Sunny and is coming around Gemma's birthday in September. So we will have a new puppy in the house. And my intention with this dog is to train it to be able to go into um, retirement homes and be like a ray of sunshine in retirees' daily life. Like I'd like to go volunteer and bring my dog there. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, and Sunny's been giving me all the signs. She just gives me all the signs all the time. Actually, you didn't see this, Amy, but this is her latest sign. Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah. So yeah. So I know that she's blessing this puppy that's um, coming our way, and we're gonna have a house full of 2 dogs and 1 cat. And I don't know how we're ever gonna vacation again, but anyways, that's what's happening. So thank you for letting me share my week. I guess it's fuller than I thought. I didn't realize. So Maida, how have you been?
Good. I'm tired, but I'm good. It's been a lot, but yeah, it's good. Just going, fasting and keeping it quiet. I've been trying to preserve my energy as much as I could because I've been so tired, and trying to make it to the gym has been really hard. It hasn't happened this week so far, the first week of fasting, but I'm hopeful tomorrow I'm gonna start. I said that every day this week.
Okay.
Still not like me, so it's like totally out of routine. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, fasting at 40 really feels different.
Yeah, fasting at
My
40.
energy, my energy is like, ooh, super lethargic. But I'm just trying to listen to my body, do what it needs for now, even if
Yeah.
at the most minimal. And that's it. So, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of 555s in the morning because I'm up early. And so the past couple of days, like every time I looked at the clock, it would be like 555. So I was like, okay, cool.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, fasting at 40 is so different. And you get greeted by 555s in the morning. I saw your
Hmm.
222 yesterday.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm like, Maida's here. That's amazing, honey. So at what time do you eat
To start or to end?
to start?
Both? Oh, to start. I I I technically start around like 5:30, like, but I'm up a little bit earlier, like 4:30 to like pray and stuff. But I have to be at least technically you can go till about before as soon as you start seeing light out, that's when you need to stop.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And then sunset. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm so honored that we get to be along your journey when you fast and pray. Like
Hey,
this is the third year we've been together, and
yeah.
sometimes you're resting and off social, and sometimes you're with us, and I'm just so thankful that
Thank
we can be
you.
with
That's
you.
so nice. I'm happy to have you guys along.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so today we're connecting with the sacred geometry. Amy, so this month we're doing sacred geometry. This is your first time tuning in. Our first call of the month was just a tea and a chat, which is always so lovely and goes by so fast. And then the next call, we tuned into the flower of life. Have you ever thought about sacred geometry, or do you meditate with it or anything like that? No? Okay. Then last week we did the Vesica Piscis, which is basically or I can't do it, two circles like over top of each other. And today we're doing the spiral. So I think that might be familiar to you. See it a lot in Celtic mythology. I'm not sure. Do you have any wisdom you want to share with us about the spiral, or anything you feel the spiral is about?
No, I don't have too much information on it, but it is in a lot of like when you go to like sacred sites in Ireland, like that's drawn in a lot of the rocks and stuff at
Yeah.
those sites is that spiral.
Okay, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So like if you go to Newgrange, which is kind of like our Stonehenge and stuff, like there's huge boulders along the outside of it and with different markings and a lot of spiral.
Wow. And do you know the date on that? I'm such a nerd for dates.
And it actually predates Stonehenge.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
so cool. That's so, so cool. Okay. Um, well, from my research of what I've read in books and the internet. Oh my God, wait a second. There was a picture. Oh, your sacred geometry friend? Wait, and oh wow, look at the eye in the middle. That's so cool. So, is that Metatron's cube? Did he tell you?
I don't know what the name was. I didn't actually ask. But I will find out. It might be, yeah, because I was asking him about I was telling him about uh Vesica Piscis and he's like it's before that.
Yeah,
So there's sequences, and so he's like it's before it becomes that.
yeah. That's Metatron's cube. That's
Yeah, so I
that's
guess
one I love too. It's so pleasing. I love it. It's so
mm.
deep and pleasing. I love that one. That is so cool.
I don't know about that one. We haven't talked about that one yet, I guess,
No, we
right?
didn't talk about that one. It was hard to
Mm.
choose, and that's in my top five. Like I have I can't find it now because everything's still packed in my office, but I have a piece of wood with it burnt into it, Metatron's cube, because
Yeah.
it's such a pleasing shape to work with. Like you could place the stones in the circles,
Hmm.
So I really like to work with that one. That's really cool. I love the eye in the middle. Okay. I think that like in Natalie's wisdom teaching, how she always pulls a card in tarot and then reads the card before she looks in the book. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom to be gathered from sacred geometry in that way as well. So to sit with the symbol yourself and learn and have it speak to you in whichever way it wants to speak to you, because your frequency and the frequency of the symbol are going to interact in that way. It's similar to, I've heard people who have done herbology classes. They've been asked to, go out and find a plant they connect with and sit and listen to the plant and just like commune with the plant and write down and draw things that come up between communication with the plant, as opposed to then looking in the book, which can only add further wisdom to your, further knowledge for you. But your intuitive knowledge is also something to be had. So I have not personally sat intuitively with the spiral. All the information I'm going to share with you is intellectual information, that's scientific information, spiritual information, but not from me directly. So the spiral is really interesting to me first and foremost because I do notice sometimes with certain clients or certain meditations that I can feel my body moving in a spiral um, way, almost like it's magnetic and I can't stop my, but, and sometimes I see I can, if I open my eyes slightly, my body's doing it a little bit, but I feel it more inside my body and like almost like energetically. But it's such a pull that I start to feel sick. And I just, like put my hands on the table or whatever to hold myself while my body's kind of going in this spiral. And I've always been kind of fascinated by it. It doesn't happen in every meditation, it doesn't happen with every client, but some people, for some reason, cause this sort of spiral motion when I'm meditating. And I know Natalie has told me one of her first, um, psychic mediumship um, instances or experiences included this spiral. And then she got very scared, right? Yeah. And had to come out. And so I've just always been interested by that. Um, I don't want any of our meditations to ever be too much for somebody or to scare somebody. I really rather much that they are gentle. That's not my intention. So I hope that whenever you feel that spiral motion, that you're able to sit with it a little bit and then open your eyes and come back to your body if it scares you too much. Okay. I don't want you to get lost in the spiral because it can feel like a hurricane, really. Right. Yeah. But I've been interested in it for that because I'm like, there's some kind of something's happening. Like my body literally feels like almost like a top, like you spin the top. Like I can't control the spinning. Um, but when I look up and study the spiral, it is all about growth and evolution. It also represents the cycles of life, the cycles of womanhood. Um, it also can follow the journey from of the ego to the soul, and you can find them at some spiritual spots where they have those spiral meditation gardens. Have you ever seen those? Like a labyrinth almost. Yeah, and you're meant to follow the spiral. So you're spiraling, you can spiral inward towards yourself, towards your soul, and then spiral outwards back and grow and evolve and come out transformed or new. So that's how you use the spiral if you ever encounter somewhere that has like a meditation spiral outside in a garden. Um, they follow the Fibonacci sequence. Do you guys know that? The Fibonacci sequence. It's like I don't know how to explain. It's a mathematical sequence. It's basically 1, 3, 5, and 8, and it's found in shells, galaxies, DNA, fingerprints, hurricanes, sunflower seeds, and nature. And this is the other thing I used to study when I did faceology was people who have the proportions of their face in the 1, 3, 5, 8 Fibonacci sequence are more pleasing to others. Yeah, so there's something nature about it that we really like. I hear my mom who's older, when she sees someone who might not be beautiful, she will say something like, "Oh, there's something wrong with their face." You know what I mean? Like it's not a good thing what she's saying, but I know what she's noticing, in her own, you know, um, unhealed way. But anyways, it represents an infinite expansion and inward consciousness, basically growth, evolution, healing. If you want to access it through music, you can find it in the 432 hertz frequency, which is known as the universal frequency, the frequency that puts us into alignment with the universe, 432. And it has the color yellow and clarity associated with it. Which I thought was interesting. I did not see that when I thought. Okay, and then I want to just show you. Oh, this is the Metatron's cube. Do you guys know Neil deGrasse Tyson? You do, Amy? No? He's so cool. I don't even know what his job is. He's just like smartest man of the world. I don't know. He's like he's kind of like David Suzuki, but not like even smarter. I don't know how to explain. Like I think he's a scientist, but he's a scientist of space. So here he is explaining quickly, just in 30 seconds, about the spiral sequence that we find in galaxies. Can you let me know if you can hear this or if I have to change the audio?
Why the majority of galaxies are spiral.
You can hear it okay? Okay.
The inner parts of the galaxy
So that's Neil answering the question.
finish a loop faster than the outer parts of the galaxy. So if you have some system like stars forming in gas cloud, that'll get stretched. And there's a wave of pressure inside that galaxy called a density wave that is moving through the galaxy through the gas cloud. And that density wave is being stretched by the rotation of the galaxy itself. And where that density wave is hitting the gas, you get the formation of stars. By the way,
So, what I loved about Neil's explanation of why galaxies are spiral is it felt very much like to me, and this might sound silly, but like how it felt like a definition of healing, basically. Like how he described that the loops go around and then are stretched. And then their wave of pressure comes and moves through the galaxy and stretches it in these loops. And I was like, I feel that is healing, and the spiral in general, it's not a static spiral. When you are on the journey of the spiral, it's stretching you. There's waves of pressure coming at you and pushing you to evolve and pushing you to stretch and pushing you to grow. The spiral is moving, right? It's not just the little blue emoji we see when we send to our friends, our spiritual friends. It's a moving galaxy that you're a part of, and it can also represent you. It can represent your inner galaxy, your transformation, your connection to your inner life and your soul, and your growth, which isn't always great. Most of the time, I don't know about you, but my evolution and my growth has really hurt. I've had a lot of pain through my growth. I've had a lot of stretching. I've had a lot of waves of pressure pushed at me. But I have not broken. I've continued to evolve and spiral and open. So I just love the way that he explained that. And I don't know if he really knew that he was talking in a spiritual way or if he was clearly being, you know, um, scientific. But I'd love to hear your thoughts after hearing that explanation, and if that makes sense to you. I love that some of these things can be so scientific, so mathematical, and also so spiritual. And that's what's so cool about sacred geometry and how they say these symbols are meant to bridge us from human to spirit, like a bridge for us to access spirit. So, yeah, I just like you to either you can come off mute or put it in the comments. Just close your eyes and think, like when you sense the spiral, um, do you see it static or moving? Does it scare you? Does it feel exciting? What kind of words come up when you think of the spiral in sacred geometry?
I, I think it sounds like movement, constant movement. Yeah, I could feel
Yeah.
that. I think that, I mean, sometimes I kind of relate to like spiraling out of control. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me
Like
too.
not a good
100%.
time. Yeah. So I feel like it can relate to the bad of it, but it can also be a good thing because when I think of it universally like this, it's almost like in motion, but slow motion, like how the world would turn. I'm curious to know, is there a bottom
That's what I was just thinking when you were saying that. I was like, so does
Hmm.
the spiral end and you begin a new spiral? Or is life a spiral that, sometimes it's slowing down and then it picks up again and continues? In some spiritual traditions, they say that, when you are born, your soul comes into a body and comes down to matter, and then your job is to continue to evolve and then go back up to universe or source, right? So you're kind of like spiraling down to human life, and then you're learning and evolving your consciousness until your body is released and your soul spirals back up and then spirals down again. Some people think that way. I'm not so sure. So I don't know if the spiral stops or not. I don't think so. If it follows the Fibonacci sequence, that sequence is infinite. That number sequence is infinite. It actually never ends. It continues to, like,
But
it's
I
not.
want to know also, like, the pit of it, the core, if is there depth in that? Is there like, is it,
Yeah.
or it's just, you know?
So like a black hole.
Yeah,
We
that's
need to
it.
ask
Yeah.
Neil. Yeah, like the seed of creation. Like, where does it come from, right? Like the chicken before the egg. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from what my small research that I've done, I would say that the center is your soul. And so you can choose to, I think, like you spiral inwards to your soul to gain enlightenment, and then you spiral back outwards with the gifts. And you spiral inwards to your soul, and you spiral outward with your evolution, with your change. Yeah. How about you, Amy?
Um, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. But just one thing that kind of kept popping up for me there was that, like, kind of almost like it's always changing, but still the same.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so cool. Thank you for saying that.
And it's interesting as well because when you look at Celtic design, they use the spiral, but they use it also in three.
Yeah.
Triad one of the spiral three times,
Yeah.
which is
So that
very,
it links, it never ends.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is also interesting. Because, like, when you were talking about it earlier, like nearly everything you were saying in threes.
Oh,
Well, I noticed that anyway, like
oh,
talking about it, you were saying in threes, and I was like, that's when I found it interesting because I was like, the triad of them in Celtic spirituality is interesting.
yeah.
It was always something, it was funny, when you doodle as a kid and whatever,
Yeah.
spiral is something I always doodled.
Yeah. I'm a circle lady, like bubbles, almost like, and
Mm,
I attach them like
mm.
that all the time. I don't know why. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's so neat. Thank you for sharing that. When you were saying always changing but still the same, I've been really thinking about this idea of my panic attacks and my fear of psychosis and things is really down to a fear of losing control. Losing control of my mind, losing control of my body, losing control of my actions. And it's like spiraling out of control, losing control. And it's like, okay, I am spiraling because my mind is always changing, but I can be sure that I stay the same. So to hear you say those words, I was like, okay, even if I lose control, I'm still the same, you know. And the doctors, they always say to me, like, panic attacks are so painful, but they don't last long, and they will never harm you. Like, you'll be okay, basically, is what they're saying. They're extremely painful, mentally, but like you're gonna be okay. And just how he said, it's always changing but stays the same. I was like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Like I needed somebody spiritual to tell me instead of a doctor. Do you know what I mean? Like I needed to hear it from that perspective. Like I felt like you were really channeling into your wisdom, you know? So thank you for sharing that, and the number 3 is really sacred to me. It's a sunny number, so yeah, I love that. Thanks. How about you, Natalie? What do you think of the spiral?
I don't know.
Do you have more insight onto why you like your body did that? Magnetic? No, me neither.
No. And I don't even remember. It's when they started playing like some kind of beats. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know that it was all spirals. Like if I mean spirals. It was more like a frequency. Like if I turned the frequency one way or the other way, it's really hard to explain, but yeah.
Yeah. Um, I wonder too if Karina was here. Karina just had her baby. I know you saw Mida, her precious baby. It's so beautiful. And you can think of birth as a spiral too. Of the baby.
I can't believe she had that kid in 2 hours.
I know.
I was like, what? What kind of birth is this?
She was just like, yeah, so beautiful.
That's awesome.
I know. And so she named him Nathan John. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's beautiful. Oh, because like if you felt like this is just a little Karina wisdom, if you felt like drawing a spiral, like here, um, maybe drawing a spiral, like with you in the center, and then maybe writing words along the spiral, like almost as a letter to yourself. I can just see that too. Like if we had more time, if we were here for like 3 hours, we could do an art project, but we're not. But I just saw that in my mind's eye, like a spiral with words written around it, or like something you're trying to heal within yourself or bring out in yourself, or connect to a deeper part of yourself. You can write meditate on this spiral and write to yourself. So, how much time? We only have 15 minutes. Let's just close our eyes and meditate a little bit together. And I feel like the energy has already started to work within us. The spirals, I can see it in trees too. Maybe these are Amy's trees that she went to see in the redwood, or Natalie's trees in her backyard. So just breathing in and breathing down through the bottom of the feet. Thank you, Spirit, for grounding us, allowing our roots to reach down to Mother Earth as she holds us and keeps us safe and anchored in the here and now as we do our spiritual work. We are grounded. Breathe in again and down. Okay. Next, we're going to ask for protection on our journey into spirit. Keep us safe and protected in body, spirit, mind, soul. Put a beautiful bubble of protection around each person watching on the replay as well and here with us now. And we are protected above, below, and at all sides and all times and dimensions. And so it is. Thank you. And now we're going to connect through the head with the third eye, opening up. Breathe in. And breathe up through the top of the head in whatever ways feel safe. You can just breathe gently or more deeply. Just letting this beautiful thread of consciousness, of source consciousness to awaken within you, coming down through the top of the head, behind the eyes, opening up your third eye and your psychic sight. And the thread continues to flow down behind your nose and your mouth, opening up psychic taste and smell into your voice box, helping you to speak spiritual information, and all the way into the heart. And maybe even further down to the belly, the womb space, and the root. And breathe in now through the heart and out through the heart, opening up our heart space and our love frequency. And we breathe out through the back. Breathe in and out of the back. Make a nice, gorgeous aura of love around you. And we're just going to take our time and tune into Maida. You can open your eyes or keep them closed, just remembering her here with us tonight. And I want you to call in also the memory of the spiral and just place it near to Maida. You can place it above her head, beside her, in front of her body, behind her body. We're going to breathe this spiral to be with Maida. Breathe in and breathe out the spiral of energy. And as the spiral is with Maida, we're just going to ask what it has to say to Maida tonight. And just notice if any images, feelings, sensations in your body, colors, sounds, animals come up for Maida through the spiral. Okay. If you want to come off mute and share your findings with Maida. Anybody want to say anything? I have something to say, but I don't want to. Oh my gosh, Natalie saw a panther. Oh, the panther's come up before for you, hasn't it, Maida? Yeah. Panther to me is like feminine, moon, wisdom, power. Did you see it, Natalie, in the dark? And like you saw its eyes first? You like yellow eyes or um, like wandering?
I don't know. I was like, okay, we're not seeing animals right now. And then you said animals, and I was like, oh, I guess we are seeing animals right now. I just saw its face and its green eyes.
Green eyes. And did you see like its bust, like from the head up, or
From the head up? Yeah.
Okay, like staring right at you. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I love that. That's really great. What about you, Amy? Did you notice anything?
Yeah, I saw the spiral, but in like the shape of a triangle, like so, like as if it was going from like the root right up to the shoulders, that kind of way. And just felt it very like her energy is so very strong. Like she's got a strong energy, and there was a lot of like hopefulness.
Yeah.
It's coming through in that energy. And yeah, you have a very beautiful energy.
Yeah. It's so hard to describe spiritual
It is
energy,
hard to
isn't it? Right?
describe
It's like I
Not
feel
just,
it.
it's not even strong or like intense,
No,
like those aren't the right words
no,
because it's a beautiful energy.
yeah.
So
Almost
yeah.
like there's like like a I don't know if that's like the wrong word, like a vitality or a vibrancy or a depth
Mhm.
to the energy of Maida, like
Yeah.
it's solid
Yeah.
or something.
Like very non-human.
Yeah, but it's like also very sure,
Yes.
like almost like a queen or something, but like a
Yeah.
like the panther would be.
Wow,
Yeah,
thank you. That was
yeah, I
so
know
nice.
what you mean. So hard to describe. Um, Thank you so much, Amy, because Maida was saying that she sees a lot of triangles as sacred geometry. So it's interesting that you said you saw the spiral, but in a triangle from her root. So that's really special for her, I'm sure. For me, Meta, I saw immediately the spiral was moving quite around and it decided to be over top of your head and then it rained down on you. But it was, you were joyful in this rain. Like almost like you were just happy about this rain and this rain was coming down. Maybe it was cooling you or cleansing you, or you were just putting your arms up and your feet were splashing in it and you were just so happy for this rain. And then I saw you kind of flying in through the spiral, like with your body, just flying in through it, like you were the master of the spiral, like you were unafraid. And it was so cool. It was so cool to witness you like moving in and out of the spiral like that because I have been afraid of the spiral. So to you know, seeing you spiritually like that, like inspired me not to be afraid. So I wonder if you do that for people. People when they're with you, they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm not scared."
Well, when we do Reiki, and we're charging the chakras, we learned how to charge in a circular motion, which was similar to pretty much the spiraling of it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I definitely use that for sure. And yeah, that was really nice. I think it's uh when you were saying about the energy being like so beautiful, I had done an event, a women's event for a brokerage at this like bougie condo last week sometime. And it was for like realtors and people in the industry. So the women who sat with me, I did a hand heart connection and I introduced them to that. And it was like a 5 minute session for each woman. And so many of them just sat there crying just for the 5 minutes that I just like was sending them. They're like, your energy is, I can't even explain it. Like I felt so much love. And it was like,
yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, great. Yeah.
yeah.
So it was really nice.
That's so cool, Maria. I love it. I love that you're allowing yourself to be more seen in that way, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're allowing your energy to be seen. And I love that you're meeting people who can see it.
Yeah. Opening that vulnerability.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great. Thanks. Okay, so we're just gonna let the spiral move on from Maida to Amy. So breathing in and letting the spiral dissipate there. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your healing. Continue this healing work for Maida and leaving her with her messages as we now move on to Amy and turning your attention to Amy and her beautiful space. And breathe in and breathe out and breathe the spiral into Amy's energy and space and notice how it moves. If it moves to the top of her head, behind her, in front of her, and just see what happens. As we ask this beautiful spiral to share its wisdom with us in connection to Amy, what is here for Amy today? What can we share with Amy through your wisdom? Just notice the feelings, the sights, the sounds, the smell, the taste. If you notice any animals or states of being. And when you feel ready, you can come off mute and share your information with Amy. And as you share, let more information come through your voice current. Try not to think too much and just let whatever's here for Amy come through. Okay. Oh, now, oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry, ladies. I saw a swan. Okay. I saw a rabbit, then a spiral in tie dye, and then saw it inside a badminton birdie. That's so cool. Okay. I love that I saw birds too. So thank you for writing that. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention. Um, I saw a bird too. I don't know what kind of bird. A rabbit. So I could smell and taste the salt air. Can you, if you're near the coast in Ireland, can you taste it or smell it? Okay. Yeah, I could taste it. I saw you standing by a cliff and really, drawn to that aspect of the the vastness of the water, the salt, the clear cleanness. There was a lot of white around you, a lot of protection. Amy, there's a lot of protection around you. Did you ladies feel that too? Like there was a very oh, I could feel it in my legs. Like you're very protected by white energy. Um, that's so. What color was the swan? Swans are white. Okay, I'm asking stupid questions. That was so neat. That was so neat. And your hair was so long, Amy. And you were just like by the cliff, and your hair was like this. And then you raised up your hand this way, and there were birds flying overhead, and you could command them. Yeah. But I think the main message from the spiral, um, you know, is that like you belong, you're coming home, but you're right where you need to be. And I can feel the pressure around your head, like so much pressure. Like it was like a vice, pressure on like so much thinking and trying to figure something out. And the spiral's like, you're coming home, like, or you're right where you need to be. More than you're coming home. You just
Funny when you say that about the mind though, because where I went to straight away is like I saw the spiral completely in my head and it looked like a tornado. Because that's how I've been feeling. Like, I mean, as a projector, I feel everything from the neck up anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just been a lot up there. Like when I meditate, like I can feel my body being good and nice and relaxed, but everything from the neck up is pressure,
Yeah,
like
it was just like, whoa,
intensity
my head.
and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I know, and I know you don't probably won't want to hear that message. It's like spirit was just smiling at you, like you're right where you need to be. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like you're on the right path, I guess. Like, I don't think it means like you're not going to be in Ireland. It's just like you're right where you need to be and you're safe. Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, the badminton birdie, the rabbit, and the swan. We need to investigate this. For me, swans always mean self-love. Why was it inside a badminton birdie? Rabbit is abundance and growth for sure. Ostera
It
and
was so random because all I saw was like the inside of the birdie and it was just like spiraling in. So you know how it kind of goes outwards? Like it's like that, right? It was just like that's it. Yeah. It was like inside spiraling. I don't know why that item out of all things, but it does fly.
yeah, sounds like a magic trick. And Natalie, for you, the swan, was it me like regal and majestic? Was it like a teenager swan?
I don't know what a teenager swan looks
I don't
like.
know. Like, what kind of sense did you like? Was it an elder?
I mean, it was a big swan, so
It
it
was
must
a
have
big
been.
swan. Did it have a look on its face like, hmm?
No, it just looked like a friggin' swan, Sam.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. It wasn't afraid. That's really good. Okay, cool. Was it floating on water or was it just there?
Floating on water.
Oh, okay, I like that. In a misty pond. Okay. All right, let's do Natalie. So thank you for the messages for Amy tonight. These beautiful messages of magic that Amy has. Her, she's so full of magic and protection and helping Amy to finding her way through this pressure and to the place she wants to be, to the place she belongs, to the place she knows is right for her and her family. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spiral. Breathing in and out and letting the spiral dissipate, and then bringing our energy down towards Natalie, a beautiful Natalie. And just imagining her energy and her space, her kitchen, at her table, and breathing in and calling the spiral forwards towards Natalie and bringing it into her space and noticing where it ends up. Does it end up above Natalie, to the side, beneath her feet? Rest on her belly, support her back. And as we breathe, the spiral continues to grow, and the messages and the poems of its messages flow out towards us as we see, hear, smell, taste, know the messages it has here for Natalie. Breathe in and breathe out towards Natalie. And just asking the spiral and sacred geometry to download some messages for us, bring through messages through our psychic senses, through the intuition loop. Maybe we see an animal or have a feeling that we need to share with Natalie. When you feel ready, you can come off mute and share your messages with Natalie. Natalie, do you use smoke to cleanse your house sometimes? Yeah. Have you cleansed your house in a little bit?
Not recently.
Okay, I saw you cleansing your house. I also, the first thing the spiral did was it went over, which is strange because I know you never really sit there, but to the front window. Does the sun ever come in that way through the palm
Yes.
trees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the spiral went over there. It was like, come, get the sun. So,
Oh,
just like asking for you to have more sun on your skin. Yeah, just like sit in the sun.
so on sunny days, I call it the beach, my bed upstairs.
Oh,
Stanley and I sit
okay.
up there and kind of get our vitamin D
That's
together.
perfect because I saw sand too. And I was like, that's weird. I don't know what the sand is for your beach. Okay, that's perfect. Then I saw a lot of yellow energy. I saw you laughing and giggling like jovial. I want to say joy. And spirit, like the spiral wants to say, um, like joy is returning to your home.
Yeah, because it's been absent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like jokes. I don't know, like having a few, I know it's uncomfortable, but having like a friend over and joking with them, you know, like filling your space a little bit with laughter. So I don't think this is something you have to do. I think it's naturally going to happen. But joy is returning to your home. That's what I heard. Yellow energy. Does anybody else want to share?
Sure. Um, it started off, I saw a spiral on Natalie's left shoulder,
Okay.
and then it traveled down, and then you were holding a spiral, like the spiral, like in your hand.
Oh.
And I was trying to find the right word because control didn't feel like the right word, like that you were in control of it, but it more like it was kind of there was a bit of chaos there, but that you were holding it now in your hand and you had dominion over it.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Like not control, because control was too kind of like controlling for a
Yeah,
better
like you didn't
word.
let it be as well.
Yes, exactly. So it was more like it's there, but you have dominion over it. That
Oh,
like,
Natalie. Oh,
yeah, is how it felt. And like you just felt kind of stronger, but also releasing, if that makes sense.
wow. How does that sound to you, Natalie?
I find it interesting. It's on the left side. That's where it's my left breast. So
Oh,
Oh,
that is interesting. Because to me, I was looking at you and I'm like, well, that's not me looking at it is your right side. So that means it's your left side. Like I had to think about which side it was, and it was definitely
and
your left.
Amy said you are stronger, but also releasing.
hmm.
It was chaotic, but she has dominion over it. Did you notice, Amy, a smile on her face, or like, uh,
It was all focused, like it completely focused on her shoulder, and then like was moving down, and then all I could see was her hand, and it just in her hand.
wow,
Like I
that's
couldn't see
so
her
cool.
face or anything. It was the hand.
That's so cool. I love that so much. And if this is about the lump or not, for me, like I always feel that Natalie is such a master of mindset work, you know, and she always, throughout our time together, I was just thinking about you today, honey, and like how thankful I am that Ashley connected us. But because all of our text messages, I feel like I'm losing my shit, and Natalie's kind of like calming me down. But you're also struggling, and it's like, I don't know, it's like, right, like there's chaos, but you're stronger, and she has dominion over it, like thinking about your mind and your healing journey. um that's what I was feeling when you were sharing that, just grateful.
Yeah,
uh,
thanks.
you're always able to say, you know, today I feel a little bit better. And that always helps me, you know. I think so. And that's beautiful, Amy. How about you, Meta? Did you write something that I missed?
I kind of drew. So I saw a mountain with a snow peak because I know I've seen this before, but I saw it again. Very, very highly recommended. Um, the second thing I saw was a cat with aviators on. So here's my drawing.
Oh
We
my
have
God,
the
that is
mountain,
so cool.
and then we have a cool cat with aviators on. And so he's just chilling, keeping calm, cool, and collected.
I feel like that's
That's what
Stanley.
yeah, and this is the pie chart I saw, but it was missing a piece.
Interesting.
Wow. That is the coolest drawing. I
No.
wish we were in
I'm
person
terrible,
right
but
now.
I was like,
No.
I know. I feel like you need to get Natalie's address and send that in the mail. And she puts it on her
I
fridge
totally can, Natalie. You just tell me.
for next week.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
hmm
that's so cool. That's so cool. Cool cat, mountain. And it's so interesting how you always see the mountains, the snowy cat mountains
Yeah.
together.
Maybe that's like a prod to get my ass on a ski hill.
Yeah, the two of
hmm
you together. Okay. So beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for those messages. Does anybody have any questions for each other about your messages? Okay. So let's just let our eyes close again and take another relaxed breath, and then put our hands on our heart and breathe in these messages and this healing that came through this session, and take those into our body, our soul, our cells, and help give ourselves comfort and even more realization throughout the next day, night, and week. So breathe in. And breathe in that love from your sisters and the wisdom from the spiral into your body. This pure, beautiful energy. Let it be the mingling between the cells. Maybe there's some rebuilding of neuroplasticity. Maybe some cells that were dormant, they wake up. Maybe joy finds you. Breathe in again these beautiful messages and the love from your friends, all the way down to your feet, letting it all jiggle down like marbles. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. And sacred geometry for your messages tonight. Thank you to yourself for being here and taking the time out to join with each other and share your stories. Meditate together, connect to spirit, bring through messages for each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathe in one more time. And breathe out. Bring your spirit all the way back into your body, all the way back down to your toes. Bring your spirit all the way down into your knees, your legs, your butt, your belly, your womb space. Breathe in again. Call your spirit all the way back from the places it was into your back, your chest, down your arms, your hands, fingers. As you breathe in again, you bring your spirit into your neck, your head, your face, your hair, closing up your heart, your back, your head for another time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This session is now closed. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for going over time. Sorry, so long. Okay. Love you, ladies. I hope your messages were fun and helpful. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.